All right, y'all. So this is actually going to be the last part of my video. I did want to relaunch this year, and I was actually able to do that when I got back from traveling. And I got to do that with my girlfriend. So that was definitely that was cool, you know, and definitely I feel like that was like a power couple move for sure. But it's funny because I wanted to relaunch, but I just didn't know how, or like felt. I guess I didn't feel like I was in like the right headspace maybe, but I was like, you know what, I can't continue sleeping on myself. Like I feel like my business has a lot of real potential, and I had to keep telling myself that. And I said, you got to just make some kind of move. So my girlfriend really supported that, and I really supported, you know, what she was trying to do with her business. So I was like, you know what, why don't we just try to do something together? So we actually did a pop-up shop together, which was really nice. We got to do that, and it was a pretty good turnout. Definitely looking to do more for sure. So anything with business, I've been writing down what it is that I want to accomplish for my business, and I know that I'm gonna accomplish it. I'm just taking slow rides. So another thing, I also have in like my planner some of my notes for my like business and stuff. So I wanted to rebrand, and that's actually what I'm doing in the process. As far as what I was saying that I'm working on business stuff, is I do want to rebrand, and unfortunately I had to recreate a new website. So the older website that I had when I first launched is no longer a thing, which is totally fine. I feel like it's okay. You know, I feel like things happen for a reason. But I did want to create a website where it was a little bit more appealing to the eye. Because when you go on, you know, like a clothing store, you want things to be easy to access, easy to put in your, you know, easy to put in your cart. Or when you first get on the screen, you want like pictures and cute pictures of like clothes. That's gonna make you say, I want to buy it. I want to buy it. I want to look what's more. I want to look at more stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that kind of worked out in itself, even though I was kind of devastated that I wasn't able to launch when I did the pop-up, because that was the plan. But like I said, I feel like things happen for a reason, and I feel like I'm gonna be able to relaunch, and it's gonna be like 20 times better. Okay. So you guys watch out for that for sure, because I am trying to do a huge sale with my inventory. So y'all go ahead and follow at Leeds Body by V. That is at LITZBODY by V. Okay. That also means that I don't need a Shopify account anymore, because he did it actually through another website. So that's exciting. So I don't have to be spending the monthly fee anymore. I did purchase my LLC as well, and I did register my name for my business. As far as my business, I did get this very sexy, cute backdrop that I was able to put up. Well, I had gotten me and my girlfriend one, and I was able to put it up for the pop-up shop. So that is definitely another thing that I invested in. I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of things when I first launched that I purchased that I probably didn't even need. And I'd be like, you know what, it is what it is. It's trial and error. So a really good thing that I talked to, that I was able to verbalize with the nail tech today is, you know, she was like, sometimes you just got to be happy that you go through the trial and error phases, especially by yourself, because that's teaching you to be stronger. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, of course, that's like literally, you know, my day to day. that is like the story of my life. I've been going through this stuff. I've been going through trial and error by myself a lot of the times, okay? I've been going through trial and error my whole life. A bitch trying to get out. Okay. But she was right when it comes to that, you know what I'm saying? It makes you just want to push yourself a lot stronger when it comes to your business. Because I feel like you could literally sit here and like want tips about business from people, and there's gonna be a lot of people that don't even wanna, that know that they got the power to tell you, or they know that there's a lot of things that work for them, and you know their business is super successful, and you could literally sit here and ask and they won't give it to you. But it's like you can't really be mad at that because that's what they chose to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a type of person, like, I love to learn, and I don't mind sitting here and kind of putting my pride aside and saying, hey, how did you do this? Like, I would love to learn. Like, I kind of look up to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're super successful. What is it, or what do you think it is that I could accomplish? You know what I mean? To get where it is that you're going. So I don't worry about me. Like, I'm not the type of person that's ever gonna sit here and be like, you know what, like, I don't need that information. I'll figure it out on my own. Like, I don't want people to feel like I owe them. I don't want people to make me feel like, you know, without what they did for me, I would have never been here. But I'm never, ever going to sit here and be like, oh, they think they too good to help me. Don't worry about it. I don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very okay with getting advice from people. But the world, day and the age that we live in, it don't seem like people want to give, you know, pertinent information for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are always charging for things, which is okay. Or people don't want to share what it is or their tips and things. And I feel like the world would have been a better place, you know what I'm saying? And all of us would be bosses in some kind of way if they did. But I understand how people be like, well, I got it on my own, so get it on your own, you know. So as far as business goes, I feel like I got a long ways to go as far as learning about different things, but I'm never too prideful enough to want to learn more or to ask individuals about more. So that's another thing that I had like on my goal list. I'm so tired, y'all. That's another thing I had on my goal list is I did want to, let's see what I wrote down. Okay, yeah, so as far as business goes, I did want to try to engage in like more pop-ups, more like seminars, or like more business savvy events. And I think I've done a pretty good job at doing that. I am a vendor in a pop-up shop on the 23rd. It's Pinktober. And, you know, of course, I did the pop-up with my girlfriend. And then not too long ago, like I think 2 weeks ago, I was a business owner, an entrepreneur for this entrepreneur event. I was actually featured in it. So I got to pass out my business cards, got to meet other business owners and things like that. And it's funny because people was like, you stay here? I'm like, yeah. They're like, I've never seen you out before. I'm like, it's because I don't really pop up everywhere. You know what I mean? They be like, wow, how long you been here? I'm like, close to like a decade, to be honest, which is crazy, but close to a decade. And they were like shocked. They were like, girl, I never seen you out here before. Yeah, it's like straight like that. If you see me, you see me. And it's like, you know, now that I'm in the space that I'm in now, it's like gonna be even harder to see me because I ain't trying to hang out like that, you feel me? But yeah, I'm just like on to different things. I really have like standards in everything, you know, way more. And it's like, it's okay if you know, even in like people, you get what I mean? Like, if you're not a good person, you know you're not going to be a good friend, you know that you're never going to show up to my events. So I'm very particular for what I expect from people, which is okay. Like, I feel like when you become like that, I feel like your value kind of goes up. You know, the way that people look at you, they probably might talk shit, but they gonna respect that. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna respect, like, okay, she don't just hang out with just anybody. She don't just go out anywhere. She, you know what I'm saying? Like, she kind of out of sight, out of mind. And that kind of like adds the value to yourself, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's just what it is. Like I look at any relationship uh like a relationship, like the same way I would like sit here and checklist and cross out the things that I want in an intimate relationship. I feel like everybody needs to utilize that and figure out that within everybody that they, you know, come across. Because I feel like, when you're in an intimate relationship, you're really craving that like longevity. You know what I'm saying? So you're sticking with somebody that you could see yourself with for a long time. And all my relationships are, my friendships are like that. You know what I'm saying? I've known my friends for like 10 plus years, like my real friends. So, and it's a good feeling, you know what I'm saying? So when you go, and you come across people that you become like kind of cool with, what is it that you're doing for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you drama free? Do you know me at least like the back of your hand? Like, are you a good person? Do you defend me behind my back? Do you talk highly of me? You know what I'm saying? Are you putting me on the things that you put other people onto? Are you inviting me to things that you invite your very close people to? You know what I'm saying? So I do look at that. Like I've really been paying attention to that a lot more, because you also got to think like you got to be careful how like somebody acts when they just with you versus when they're with you and then their personal friends. If like you feel like a difference in that, I feel like that person shouldn't really be your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way, like if I go out this person alone, I'm expecting that person to act the same way that they acted with me when I went out with them alone, to act like that when they bring people that they've known for years. Because one thing about me is like I could literally sit here and have like my friends that I've known for like 10 plus years around people that I've known just for maybe a year, 2 years, or a couple years, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still gonna treat everybody like the same. You know what I'm saying? Maybe our bond is, of course, our dynamic and our bond might be a little different with like my best friend and stuff. But I'm still not gonna sit here and kind of single you out and make it seem like you're not there. You know what I mean? I feel like if um when somebody kind of singles you out when they're actually around people that they known for years, and they're not acting the same way with you like they acted when they went out with you like a day ago, it's like, okay, I get it. You're acting different. For whatever reason, you're acting different. But I really look at my relationships like, okay, I want to see if there's going to be longevity in that relationship. So if I feel like there's not longevity, or if I feel like every single time I'm with you, it's always something, and like the bad outweighs the good, and the good doesn't outweigh the bad, I kind of have to reflect on, is this person somebody I want to keep in my circle, or is this somebody that I want to continue hanging out with? Or, I also pay attention to how people treat those that they say they love as well. So if you treat your brother like shit, or you talk shit about your dad, or you know what I'm saying? It's just, or I see you like be very disrespectful to people that you say that you love. Like I really question, okay, like you doing that to them, I gotta be careful what I do, you get what I'm saying? Like it's just, now I'm like, okay, a little suspect. Like, you gonna do that to me? So I've been very vigilant as far as like my energy and like my space, and what it is that I want to accept and what I don't want to accept. I'm not jumping the broom like I used to jump it, and that's me protecting my mental as well as creating boundaries, because when people know that you're always jumping the broom for them, they're going to take advantage. And some people are like that. Some people will literally only fuck with you because they see the benefits in you being able to be super available when it is that you need. And I've had a lot of people tell me throughout the years or throughout times, like if I sit here and kind of vent to them, they'll be like, man, you're just too good of a person. And I believe that. I do. But that don't mean that I want to be a bitch to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like some things just don't work out, and some people don't work out in your life, and you just gotta wash your hands of that and be like, okay, next. You know, that's just what it is. But I've also been trying to forgive. Like you really just gotta forgive situations and just like move on. Take accountability that you were too cool or you were too nice, and people don't respect that or accept that. But that's for you to just forgive, and after you do that, you don't have to be a dick to the person or a bitch to the person. You ain't gotta roll your eyes every single time you see that person. You just gotta wash your hands clean. Like, okay, this person didn't meet the standards of my friendship, and that's just what it is. As far as like financial side, I quit my job a year ago. All the money that I made during working with business and things like that, I literally had it all in my savings account. And you're definitely gonna go through that super quick, especially if you don't have as much money coming in. So I was super stressed about, I think, like the financial side of that, because I've always been a type to spend, always have money. So, or not have to think about where it is that I have to put my money. So I really had to, within that year that I did that, I really had to like lowball myself. Despite the fact I paid off my car note, I'm so happy. That was literally the only thing that I could really think about. Like, damn, I really want to just pay off my car note and be done with it. But I really had to lowball myself for that year. You know what I'm saying? I really had to think like if I'm like gonna purchase something, like, do I really need it? And that actually made me like very disciplined. That made me really understand that, okay, do you want that or do you need it? And that really actually helped my like expenses, like me spending money. It really disciplined me when it came to spending money. So I think I could take that as like a pro with that, like the financial stability thing, and the discipline is, I got to actually be very disciplined with how I spend my money. I mean, I guess the only con about it is you can't sit here and you can't splurge on a lot of things, but that also makes you realize like, this is only a pair of jeans, or this is only shoes, or this is only a piece of jewelry. Like, you don't go to sleep with that shit, you take that shit off. So that really made me like understand like that deeper meaning and understanding of that, you know what I mean? But not being able to just single-handedly spend like I used to. And I used to spend a lot of money. Like when I used to, like, I literally had to keep like a log planner where I had to log in everything that I spent by day, and then I accumulated it every week. And every month it seemed like I was spending either $4,000 to $6,000. And at the time I was like paying rent, like helping pay rent, paying my high ass car note, paying my high ass insurance. But I still was going through so much money, and at times I was like, bro, where did this money go, bro? And it really goes into like you going out to eat, you trying to upkeep yourself, buying hair, all this other stuff that really don't matter. Well, besides the food part, but that really don't matter. So I feel like that kind of helped like my financial stability, because I was kind of suffering when it came to that. I was spending a lot of bread on a lot of things that I didn't need. So I feel like me kind of quitting my job and knowing that I had to switch up my life and kind of lowball, it kind of really helped me in a way. As far as the job thing goes, I am looking to work again. I be like trying to do my business stuff on the side, and like I make money off of like social media here and there and things like that. But I really just want to work, even if it's like a part-time thing to kind of get me like back in. I do kind of want to get in the field of getting back in, even if it's something remote. I want to get a little bit more active. But I do know that if my business take off quicker than I expect, for sure gonna take that into consideration and pay attention to that 100%. but I definitely want to kind of get my hands a little busy a little bit. But I am looking for something here, like remote and at home. So I'm not trying to be driving and already know my check engine light is on. I'm not trying to be driving and gas already high, okay, and shortage on gas. As far as health goes, health is like a big thing for me now. Like I find myself not eating the same things that I want to eat, drinking more water, um drinking detoxes if I feel like, maybe I consume something that I shouldn't have, working out more, meditating, praying, and that all entails into health. You know what I'm saying? If your mind is healthy, your body could be healthy. You know what I'm saying? And then when they're both healthy, you're just feeling amazing. You look good. I've been, my brothers and sisters be like, damn, you actually look good. Look like you actually been really happy. And it's like, yeah, I've been in the house, been chilling. You know what I'm saying? I've been really just not letting the outside world get to me, and not putting my attention or time on things that I feel like aren't really doing me good. So I'm being very dismissive and kind of blocking out a lot of the negative things, or like the things that are not making me a better person, and just bringing in the new things. You know what I'm saying? Bringing in the new energy. Uh-huh. You feel me? As far as like smoking and drinking, smoking, I actually am for sure trying to like stop doing that. Um, I feel like also if I feel like I'm not like in a good space, I'll like reject it, like reject smoking, versus before, like if I like had a rough day, or if I was angry, that would literally take my ease off. Like I'd be like let me smoke and I'll feel better. But now it's kind of like I don't want to consume myself with that if I'm not having a good day or I'm not feeling it. I won't do it. I literally got to be in the bestest of the bestest of the bestest of the mood. And I probably only need like 3 puffs anyway, and I'll be good. The personal development part, as far as how that's going, um, uh, today was supposed to, I mean, not today. This year is definitely like a me year. So not like worrying about other people's validation, and just living in your truth and loving yourself. Um, so spending a lot of time by myself has really taught me that. I do a lot of things by myself, y'all. Like it's crazy. Like I do a lot of things by myself. I'll even go out by myself. You feel me? I'll meet up with like a friend downtown or something, or I'll go out to eat by myself. Like I'm good. You get me? Like if my girlfriend's not here, and like my family, and I don't have much family, if my family don't come over, I'm by myself like probably 75% of the time. I mean like 95% of the time. So I do a lot of things by myself, but I feel like in order for you to kind of have that self-love and understand that you love yourself enough that you don't need validation, you got to spend that time by yourself. Learn about yourself, learn about your insecurities, learn about your flaws, learn about your trauma, learn about what it is that you could do better, what you lack in, what you love, but don't always point out the negative either. Continue to praise yourself with positive affirmations, and say, yeah, you are that bitch. Yes, you do look good. Natural. Okay. Um, yeah, your forehead is beautiful. You get what I'm saying? Even if it's a 5 head, like it's cool. Like, but I feel like you gotta start with yourself, because I feel like people, they seek that validation. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, they complain about the position or what they're going through, but they're always on the run. You know what I'm saying? But you really gotta stop running and sit your ass down and literally sit and look in the mirror and say, why do I keep going through these things? Why is this a cycle? Why can't I be happy? And you really got to just answer those questions by yourself, because a lot of the times we're the issue or we're the problem, and we got to acknowledge that. So in order to acknowledge it, you literally got to spend time with yourself and let your thoughts run, run in your freaking mind, and don't get lost in it, but let those thoughts run in your mind, and even if it helps by writing it on paper. Write it on paper and um, do what it is that you need to do. And I promise you, you'll feel amazing, you know. But you got to work on yourself first. But I also was saying, um, I wanted, like this year, I did want to surround myself around like better people. Like I'm tired of hanging around people that aren't doing like that are at a standstill, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I don't want to be around nobody that's not teaching me something. Like at least something. What are you teaching me? Because if all we do is party, drink, you know what I'm saying, gossip, you only come to me to gossip and to start drama and things like that. Like I don't know, like that doesn't like fuel me anymore. Like it's, you know, I don't think it ever fueled me, you know. You got to cut that off. Like it just doesn't move me anymore. Like I need business friends. I need people I could talk to. I need people that's going to put me on to speaking with millionaires, investors. Like I need that, you know. And it's like, don't do the job for me, just introduce me and I'll do everything else. But um I need those kind of people, you know. And I feel like also if you know, I'm tired of being around friends that want that are fake supporting, you know, what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, or always kind of like putting up that impression like, hey, we could always do business, but then when it comes to actually doing it, we don't ever do it. So we don't need to be doing that. You don't got to be leading me on as far as that. If that's not what you want to do, that's not what you want to do. But I'm trying to find a better crowd of people that I can learn from. So yeah, so surrounding myself around people that are actually doing better than me, it's really me being humble. Like you really got to be humble and understand that you have to be around people. That's why I be like really confused about how people become so envious about like maybe a prettier girl that probably has a better following, or probably got people that respect her. Like how are you envious of that? You should like kind of look up to that and be like, wow, like she did her thing, you know what I'm saying? She you know, she shook shit, she made shit shake. And you take a positive approach on it and been like, wow, damn, she did her thing, you know. But there's a lot of girls I'd be like, oh, she thinks she the shit. Absolutely, she is. Like she's proved that. So I don't know why people are like that, because it's like, okay, so what do you do when you're like around like celebrities? Are you envious and you just bought the ticket to like look at them and be like, they not all that? You know what I'm saying? Or are you sitting there actually like, you know, a fan? So people be weird. I don't know. I also wanted to like remove anything that like gets me out of character. So like I said, like if it don't feel good, if I'm not, you know, I'm not going that extra mile to satisfy anything or anybody. Yeah, I think I'm just growing up, y'all. I'm really just growing up, and I just want to like everything that I'm like putting my time and energy in right now, I feel like is like my business. Like I'm really trying to like do it totally different than the first time, you know, I launched and stuff. But I definitely am disciplining myself a lot more and staying, you know, mentally compatible for me to accomplish that. So that's the only thing that I want right now. I like live and breathe that right now, and that's what I want to put all my energy in. So no, I don't want to go turn up. I'm working on my business. And that's just what it is. Like, you know, and I'm okay with that. But I'm super tired, y'all. So I'm gonna go to bed, y'all. I'm really gonna go to bed. I'm really tired. I hope you guys enjoyed and kind of took from a lot of the things that I told you guys today. It's been a lot of life updates. So like I said, if you feel like you're not improving or you didn't accomplish anything, always make a goal list for when that year starts, and then check in on yourself and see how you're doing, you know, because a lot of the times you have been making improvements, you just feel like you haven't. You know what I mean? The words of advice: just keep going, keep pushing, and put yourself first, because I know there's a lot of people that's not doing that. So put yourself first always. Other than that, I'm about to go to bed because I'm so sleepy and I've been up since like 9 o'clock this morning. I think it's about to be like 12. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love y'all. Bye.